out there, this is Steve Stine, and I am back for a Wicked Lick of the Day. Today what we're going to be doing is something a little bit different. I'm going to be breaking down a couple of different Yngwie Malmsteen style licks for you. I'm going to play them first, so if you don't have a lot of time to stick around for the lesson behind it, you don't need to. You can just watch the licks. Grab the tablature and then just go from there. If you've got some extra time to watch it, I'm going to do some explaining, just a little bit of explaining about how Yngwie does some of the things that he does. Hey guys, it's good to see that you're here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a couple of licks. These are going to be in the key of A minor. And remember, if you go to igpa.org/wickedlicks/30, you'll be able to grab the tab for this, and it'll be up very shortly. And then yesterday's lick, remember I did, if you were around for yesterday, I did Go for a Soda by Kim Mitchell. That tablature is available now, so if you go back to that video, you'll be able to see the tablature. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So we're in A minor, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you an Yngwie Malmsteen style lick here, and then I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to play you two of them actually, and then I'm going to explain them to you. So here's the first one. A little bit faster. Okay, now I'm going to play you the second one, and then I'm going to explain them to you. And again, you're going to have the tablature, so if you don't want to stick around for the explanation, you certainly don't have to, okay? So here's the second one I'm going to give you. Okay, and here it is. Okay? And then if I do have time, I'll do a third one. Otherwise, I'll save that till later. But let me explain to you what's actually happening here. So if you were in the key of A minor, your notes would be A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay? So if I just played those notes here... that's the key of C major, which is the same as key of A minor. Now what happens is, when you're playing Malmsteen style licks, what you're doing is, you're taking the A minor scale, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and you're switching the G to G sharp. So it becomes more of a leading tone like the major scale. Now again, I'm not going to get all deep into this right now, but that's what's actually happening. So your notes in an A minor pentatonic scale, A minor diatonic are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so that would be like... Well, what happens when you play Malmsteen stuff is you're actually going to be playing in harmonic minor. So we're switching the G to G sharp, and it sounds like this. And you see, that's why we call it a leading tone, because it wants to push itself towards the A. Like that, okay? So in this first lick, what I'm doing is I'm playing, and Yngwie does tons of patterns. That's one of his big things. A lot of players all the way around. So what's happening here is my pattern is actually just a 2-string pattern. So when I play this thing right here, I'm starting up on the 20th fret. I'm going to play 20, 19, 17, and then I'm going to add that 16, which is the G sharp, the leading tone, the harmonic minor note, if you will. So I'm going backwards, and then I'm going to go forward again. And then I'm going to go back. Yngwie likes to do a lot of stuff on a single string because it's a lot easier to go faster when you're doing things on one string. So I've got... And then what I'm going to do is I'm attached to the second string, and I'm going to play 18, 17, and 15. So I'm just playing the notes of an A minor diatonic scale, but instead of playing the G, I'm playing G sharp. Now when I get done there, I'm going to play the exact same pattern starting on the third string. So on the third string, I'm going to play 17, 16, 14, 13. That would be the G sharp right there. And then, so you can see I've got... And then on the fifth string, I'm not going to finish the pattern because I'm the 2-string thing because I'm just ending it. So I'm going to go. So I'm playing 15, 14, 12, 11. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm just going to end it. So I'm going like this. And then, you see? So if I put the whole thing together. faster. Okay, so that's the basic premise behind it. Now, in the second lick that I did exactly the same idea, okay, but I'm in a different position on the guitar. And again, it's in A minor, so if you want to play it in E or whatever, you just move it wherever you want. So here what's happening is I'm going to play, but then I've got to add that G sharp again. So I go right there. And see, it likes to resolve back to the A. Okay, now I'm going to create the same kind of pattern out of this, where I'm going down and then back up. But from there, I'm just going to go through the A minor diatonic scale. So what's interesting about this lick by Yngwie is he actually adds the G sharp and the G in the same lick, and he does these sorts of things all the time when he plays. So he's not really thinking in his head, well, it's an harmonic minor, I'm using G sharp, I'm not able to use G. He doesn't care about that, he just plays. So in this lick, when I go, right there I have my G on the third string. So what I'm doing again is I'm more concerned with the pattern than I am that I'm playing the G sharp and the G in the same lick. So I've got this first little part here. And then what you do is you go 12, 10, 9, 12, 10, 9. So it's just A minor right there. And then I'm just ending it by going to G sharp and then going back to the A. Okay? You see, so that's the basic idea behind those licks, is that you're in A minor, you're changing the G to G sharp to make it harmonic minor. Now, something else I want you to think about, and again, I don't want to make this way too long because I know you got to get back to whatever you're doing, but if you think about it, if I was in the key of A minor, I would wind up with an A minor chord, a G major chord, an F major chord, and then an E minor chord. Because in the key of C major, you get an E minor chord. It's your 3 chord. Which again, remember, C major and A minor are the same key, right? So what happens is, in harmonic minor, you wind up getting an E major instead because of that G sharp, right? Because the notes of an E minor chord would be E, G, and B. Well, you're getting E, G sharp, and B, remember? And if you don't understand this, don't worry about it, okay? So, but that's that sound, like Hotel California, and there's all kinds of different songs that use that. So, what happens is, over that E chord is a great place to use the harmonic minor, because he'll use natural minor and all kinds of Dori and all kinds of different things. So if you're over the A minor, you can use harmonic minor, don't get me wrong. But a great place to really implement it is over the top of that E major chord in harmonic minor. So the last thing I want to give you is a lick that looks like this, okay? Now if we think about this E major chord, that note's the one we changed. We used to have G, now we got G sharp. Well, now I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do that arpeggio, or that sweep. Okay? And it works great over the E chord. Not that you can't use it over the A minor, because you can. But if you were playing something and it was going... right there, it works really nice over that. You can still use it over the A minor too, and it's going to be fine. So what I'm doing here, what's great about this diminished sweep or diminished arpeggio, a sweep is the way that you're playing it, is it's the same shape over and over and over, so they're actually kind of fun to play. So what you're going to do is you're going to play 1, 4 on the third string. 1 starts on the G sharp, so you know where you're at. And then 3 on the second string, and then 1, 4 on the first string. So it's just a little shape. Somebody asked, how fast should we set the metronome? This is Malmsteen. You just try and play this son of a gun as fast as humanly possible. What makes him different, and again, this is a big generalization, but versus players like Paul Gilbert that will try and play straight 8th notes or 16th notes or something in a pattern, Malmsteen is known for just bashing things out ungodly fast. So he's not worried about, 16th notes in a measure and all that. He's just he's just barreling this thing through. So in the tablature I gave you, I showed it at 120, but the truth is you'd want to push this as far as you possibly can. Okay, so it's not really working with a metronome so much as it is trying to figure out the best place to put it so it's just a blast of power, if you think of it like that. So it's not really a kind of thing. It's I have this much time, so I'm going to go, and then I'm going to go, and I'm going to throw that lick in there. Kind of think of it that way. So let me go back to the sweep here. So you're going 1, 4, 3, 1, 4. And then what you do is you just move up to where the pinky is. You move up and you do the same thing again. So now we're on 4 and 7. Then we move up to where the pinky is. We're on 7 and 10. Then we're on 10 and 13. 13 and 16. We just do that all the way up. So the lick I was doing, I was just going up one and down the other. That's how I did it, but you could do it that way too. There's all kinds of different ways you can do it. So I know this is a little long, and we got to get going, but please, if you're interested in this stuff, don't worry about how fast it is in the beginning. Just try and get the idea down, and then don't worry about, like, when you play this first lick, how there's 3 of them. Just start with 1. Just build over and over and over. What I like to do is I like to think I'm starting with a down, and I'm ending with a down if I stopped right there. So I just keep playing it over and over and over and try and get comfortable with that. And then if I have to go back up, which I'm not for this lick, but then I might just practice that piece over and over and over, that sort of thing. So everybody take care, practice hard. I don't know if I will see you tomorrow. It's Friday, and I wind up always having meetings on Fridays, but I'm going to try my best to have one available to you tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do an acoustic one while I'm out of town. But practice hard. Please please share, please subscribe. Let's get these wicked licks out there for other people to see and benefit from too. So everybody take care, and thank you so much for taking your time to be here today. Talk to you soon. Hi there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I certainly hope that it helped you a little bit. If you enjoyed the video, please do me a huge favor and either like it, subscribe to the channel, share it, or comment on it. Okay? That's going to help us out enormously. And then we can keep in contact with you when we have new material that comes out. And if you enjoyed the video, we've got some other videos over here that you can watch that might be able to help you on your guitar journey as well. And if you look up on the top there, you're going to see there's a little eye up there. If you click on that, we are going to be giving you a free gift just to say thank you for watching the video. And then if you'd like to follow us on social media, you can use the term @GuitarZoom, and you can find us there. All right? So take care, keep practicing, and have a great day.